It's 4000 BC, and a bunch of cavemen are chilling in India. Oh wait, what do you know? The Indus Civilization is here, and these people are cavemen, and they build really cool stuff like cities. Then they disappear, probably due to some crazy flood or drought. But there's now another civilization in India. That isn't the Indus people, and they are the Aryan Civilization. Now the Aryans are special as they make city-states, as you can see right here. Remember this city-state here, because it gobbles everyone up, and it forms the Nanda Empire. Over time, more and more kingdoms and empires start to form across India. It seems to be this new trend that's going on. The most powerful kingdom of them all in India was the Nanda Empire. But the Nanda Empire soon kaplunks and then falls and dies. That's because this guy called Chandragupta. Anyway, he overthrows the Nanda Empire and replaces it with the Maurya Empire, taking news from the Maurya Empire. Oh wait, there isn't a Maurya Empire anymore, because this guy murders the Mauryan Emperor and forms a new dynasty of his own, the Shunga dynasty. Yeah, that trend doesn't really catch on, and that dynasty kind of disintegrates into small piles of nothingness. Fast forward to 50 BC, and oh my goodness, I have focused so much on the Nanda, Mauryan, and Shunga empires, but I haven't mentioned all these other kingdoms that have popped up. To very much simplify how they popped up, basically, a bunch of people who think they're hard, win a lot of battles, and Bob's your uncle. Kingdoms form. What has the Indian subcontinent achieved by this point? Well, they now have really cool art, music, religion. They invented the number 0. I have nothing to say about that one. And they also like using algebra and calculus. I don't, but each to their own, I guess. They also build sewage systems, because who likes rats? Anyway, back to the story. And oh, would you snollygogging look at that? It's the Gupta Empire. And they like invading stuff, as well as building temples, and working out that it takes exactly 365 days for the Earth to rotate around the sun. Now, while the Guptas are busy doing that, if we go back to North India again just quickly, the Huns have arrived! Now the Huns are like that one kid who just ruins everything for no particular reason. They sack and raid cities across all of northern India. The Huns even made their own temporary empire, something that the various Indian empires very happy scrappered over. And it took the full might of a coalition of Indian princes and potentially the emperor of the Gupta Empire himself to drive the Huns out. Cool, but why should I give a single poop to the Huns and all that? Because this comes at a massive cost, the Gupta Empire's demise. The empire was severely weakened and prone to invasion, and eventually fell into a collection of small republics. And now everyone's just chilling, having a great time, eating McDonald's and playing Twister, or whatever people did back then. Oh look, a guy with a silly moustache, not to be confused with this guy, has something to say to the North Indians. Hello guys, I am 16, have a very fashionable moustache, and I like women. Can I rule over North India? Yeah, why not, whatever. And he just took all of North India. But then he catches a disease that I like to call death, and now small North Indian kingdoms dominate the landscape. This guy who was Muslim even decided to make his own Islamic country, with him as Sultan, and this particular Sultanate was called the Delhi Sultanate. They start invading places across India, because why not, hey? And they do a pretty good job at invading peoples, but they also cause a lot of chaos. While all of this chaos is going on in North India, in South India, things are pretty peaceful. The Chola forming an empire of their own, and their snollygogging empire gets so big, they might have even landed on Australia, 700 years before the British officially discovered it themselves. But hey, that's just a theory. A history theory. Oh yeah, another thing about the Chola, they build really big buildings! And they also write a bit of poetry. Good for them. Oh look, it's the Pandyas again. Just take the Chola over, and oh, would you look at that! The Delhi Sultanate have arrived and eat up the Pandyas. Indian history is literally just a massive game of Agar-io. Anyway, this almost complete unification of India doesn't last very long. This Sultan here thought he was really cool, but lots of people in the Sultanate didn't think he was so cool. And some of them started even declaring independence from the Delhi Sultanate. No, bro, you can't just do that. You literally just told me snollygogging Delhi Sultanate, replace the word Delhi with Arcot, and Bob's your uncle, a country. How the snollygogging knuckle is that meant to work? I don't know. Life's a bit unfair sometimes, isn't it? Anyway, but it wasn't a good job for the Delhi Sultanate right now, as it starts to fall. By 1526, the last Sultan caught death on the battlefield, and the Mughals take over. Like the Delhi Sultanate, they like fighting for land, and they start a glorious conquest of India, invade the world, and now we all have a Taj Mahal in our back garden. Except that didn't happen. But they did take all of India. Except South India. No one takes South India. The Mughals had many problems when they first started up gigging. For example, the Mughals promoted this guy as a powerful military general, but he was extremely cheeky, and he burned some temples, and overthrew the government, and made his own snollygogging dynasty. Yeah, only a small-minded problem for the Mughals. But this trend doesn't really last. And the Mughals come back and tell the Sirs to just sit there and shut up. Which they did. Bingo for the Mughals. The Mughals thought they were cool, but lots of people in their empire didn't think they were so cool. And they started revolting. And this got taken advantage of by the Maurya Empire in the south. Now, I know what you're thinking. I have telepathy. I can see within your very dark, plagued minds. You're questioning with your very mind right now why I'm constantly talking about North India and South India, but what about Linty painting Northeast India? Alright, chill. Put the AK-47 down. Look, if you really want to know what Northeast India's been up to, in the 1200s, when the Delhi Sultanate started to burn people's temples, a kingdom formed. Fast forward a few hundred years later, knock who's there? It's the Mughals, and they want to invade. Give me this land, or I'll give me this land, said the Mughals. Shut up! I don't care about your opinion. Okay, I'll just raise an army and take over your kingdom. Nope! They resist. And thus documented Northeast Indian history very much simplified right there. There's actually way more. But whatever. Go research it yourself. Knock knock. Who's there? It's Britain! And they're here to invade! Look, I really just want my supply of spiffingly well tea. And the only way I can really get that is from you guys. So just let me invade! No. Said a lot of people in India. I don't care. I'm just going to take over India anyway. Now a bit of a backstory. England, along with a lot of other European countries, have been trading with India since the 1600s. In 1757, Britain, or the East India Company, if you want to be a real nerd, took over Bengal. Oi, cut that out! Sorry. Promise that you won't take over more Indian land? Let me think about that one. No. And then Britain takes over India. Now Britain loved looting stuff from India. They even looted the word loot from India. They built a stupid amount of trains and renamed all the cities. So now, no one knows whether to call Delhi, Delhi, or New Delhi. Britain also wanted the Sikh Empire, probably because they were bored, and Afghanistan, because Britain was worried that big boy Russia would swoop in and take it. So Britain launched offences against the two countries. And guess who was helping the British with that? The Indians, of course. Now the Sikh invasion was successful, but the Afghanistan one, not so much of a success. A lot of people died, to say the least. And a lot of people in India, including these two people, were not very happy about all this. Look mate, these British people are scamming us off, making us fight their wars, sending pigs in carts across Delhi, which is offensive, making our rifles just offensive. How are we going to solve this problem and get rid of the British? Nuke them! Nuke them all! No, you idiot! Nukes don't even exist yet. Let's hold a mutiny. Now that is a plan. And so the mutiny started. Protests happened all the way up and down the country. But long story short, that failed. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Take care, bye. Except no. After this, Britain just tightens its grip on the country. Now, the Indians are a little bit snollygogged over this. Give me independence. No. Give me independence. No. Give me independence. No. Give me independence. No. Okay, if you won't give me independence, I'll give me independence. Throughout the early 1900s, protests were held all the way across India to try and kick the British out of India. They decided that they were going to stick their fingers in their ears and ignore literally everything Britain said. For a while, Britain thought India was just going through some edgy teenager phase. But after a while, Britain went up to India and said, "Can you just shut up, please?" No. Come on, jewel in my crown. We're friends. Please, can you stop protesting? You are so out of touch! Anyway, after World War II, Britain's wallet was not doing that well, and there's a whole bunch of other factors that would be too boring to explain to lead to the fact that Britain skedaddled from India with their tea supply in 1947. But wait, it doesn't end there. Before they did that, they got a sword out and chopped the country in three. The outside bits became Pakistan for the Muslims, and the centre bit became India for basically everyone else. In 1971, this part of Pakistan became Bangladesh. And that's it. The end.